Generic greetings and welcome back to the final episode of this series of Prison Architect. In the previous episode, we managed to get this cell block almost completed. It isn't completed because I missed a little bit of the flooring out, which I'll be fixing in but a moment. But it is essentially a clone of this cell block here, so the medium risk cell block, and it's actually a better design, believe it or not. Obviously, we had to make some allowances for the entrance being on the other side, so instead of it being here, we had to have it here, which means we sort of split the shower up into two, and actually this is a better design than the one down the bottom, so yeah, that's a thing. We also just progressed on around the place and added things in different areas, and we flicked the switch, which was something. It's always an event in the prison, whether you think it's a good or bad or whatever event. It's always interesting. Anyway, so this is going to be the last episode of this season, and what we'll be doing is making this cell block here. Now, this is the high-risk cell block. Obviously, we do need to put in a door. I'm just putting the foundations down now. It looks like there's a bit of a scuffle in the canteen straight away, which is interesting. It looks like there's a prisoner, a gang member with his shirt off. This guy's unconscious. He's a snitch and ex-law enforcement. This is Dick Donga Donk, prisoner number 3193843. And sadly, we're just going to have to punish and say lockdown permanent, because that's the only way to actually protect the guy. If we just go over to intelligence and informants, we can see that there's probably a couple of these around the place. Some of them are known, some of them some of them will be unknown because there's question mark ones. So yes, obviously I've missed a couple throughout this series, which a lot of people have been putting in the comments and things like that. The thing is, because I'm recording these in like a two or three in a row, obviously it's taken me a little bit of a while to get back to what people have said in the comments. So not as responsive as previous, but you know, needs must and all of that. Explained in the changes I did at the start of the year. But you know, it means we can progress on and build things faster. Hence why we've managed to do this in a couple of weeks rather than a month. So you know, that's a good thing. It's pretty much done. We've got this cell block to do, which is going to be a clone of obviously this one here. We need to make a couple of changes allowing for like the change in design. Now obviously what we'll do is we'll probably split this shower into two along here, and then we'll have cells either side, so one there and one here, and something like that. So we'll actually have more cells in this one than we will this one, just because of the changes in design. But you know, I actually prefer this to this. I think this is a better design because of the way it works, because it means what happens is the prisoners will come out of their cells and they will then go into the shower, because that's the general regime. If we just have a quick check, you can see in reports and regime it says sleep, 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 and then shower. So they'll come all out of here, and we'll go into the shower, and then they will have free time after that, so they can either go back to their cells, or most likely they'll file out and then go to wherever, whether it be the common room or the yard, or just sit in the canteen waiting for food. So yeah, it's actually a better design, this one. So I have a feeling that this one might be the same. Let's just go over to materials and then over to mosaic floor. Put the mosaic floor in there just to finish that off, and we just need to check to make sure that there is concrete in the bottom there. Yes, that's fine. That's just the one piece. I'm sure there'll be bits like that around the place. You know, I'm sure there'll be bits that I've missed, but hey ho. Right, what I'm going to do is go to what's the best way of doing this? I think it's probably going to be cloning, and from this corner we'll work on the shower. So go there, alright, and then over to there, but then we do need to cancel a bit off, because what we'll do is we'll do that, and then we'll have this cancelled off, same as rooms, like that, and then we'll redesign it with a brick wall, like that, and then drains, like so. Okay, so that is the new shower design. Obviously, it's going to be copied for the other side as well, and then we'll have the straight row. And it means doing this, we can actually get in, well, a usable shower straight away, which is fine. Obviously, we've still got a problem with contraband, with it being flung over the wall and such. There's nothing much I can really do about it because of it being, you know, you need a gap of 10 from where it's been flung in, which is essentially the outside fence. I always get mixed up whether it's the outside fence or the edge of the map, and because I think it has changed through the alpha, but I think it is the outside fence. But either way, you need a gap of 10. We just haven't got it because we didn't plan for it. We just didn't think we needed it. Also, stuff was going to be expanded, which I'm not ruling out expansion for this facility, but what what we'll do if we do an expansion, I'll be leaving it for a while. I think we'll take a bit of a break and go on to another game or something like that. I still don't know whether to do a fight club or a some sort of escape. I'm leaning towards not, but I don't know. I mean, all that'll happen really is we'll get them all in the yard. They'll start fighting off and that, and then they'll. I don't know. In terms of the fight one, I don't know what would happen. I mean, we got a couple of like high risky ones and stuff, but I don't know. I'll have a think about it. We'll see what happens. See how it goes. Anyway, so obviously these guys are coming along, sorting out the shower, and then we will have to clone the other side. We've got $6,000, which is more than enough really to build what we need. We're going to do a shakedown because we haven't done one this episode, and we're just 5 minutes in. We need to do another shakedown. I like my shakedowns. People have noticed this, that I do a lot of shakedowns in the facility. That's because I get very, very anxious about people escaping, and rightly so, because we did have 21 people escape from the dormitory. Dormitories being the real issue. I mean, people tunneling from these cells, I'm not really too worried, because even the person closest to the wall, which is, say, this guy, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get through, including a wall and 2 fencing. And the mayor is calling. The media have started campaigning over the immunities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat on my office. I'm passing a bill which bans exercise equipment in yards. I need to remove all weight benches from your yards, or you'll be fined. Well, I have a solution to this problem. You can just remove the exercise benches. However, I prefer just to go and remove the yard bit around the exercise bench. And there you go. Done. It's a bit of an abuse of the ruling, because I'm technically correct. He said remove all weight benches from the yard. There is no weight benches in the yard. There is still weight benches in the part of the grounds where the yard used to be, but I've just moved the yard instead of the weight benches, and then we've still got weight benches there, which they will use, and they'll still use these ones here. So yes. By the way, what I've just done there, that's how politics work, essentially. Oh, good grief. Well, I did what I was told to do, and blah, blah. All right, okay, yeah. I see what you've done there. Thank you for that. Yeah. All right, let us get the rest of this done. So this is going to be the entranceway and so forth. Naturally, we have to change some things, so we'll just cancel a couple of these bits off and go up to drains, and it's that and that, and then the walls like so. Yeah, that is how bureaucracy works. That thing, just removing. You know, I have the orders. I technically fulfilled it. Good grief. Anyway, so and I'm like I say, I think they'll still use it. I think they will still go over there and use it. So there's a couple of things we need to work on before the end of this build. We need to probably put something around here because it's been, you know, a little bit bare for quite some time. We need to go in here and actually place the other visitation, because we are getting to a point now where we really don't have enough. We finished our full shakedown. Don't think we found any. No, we didn't find any tunnels, which is good. We do need to sort out needs. There is a high freedom need, privacy. There's a look at that. There's a medium family need, because there's a lot of people who haven't seen their family. That's the furious one. And the high one is simply because they have no physical contact with the family, so they can't like hold their partners or family's hands or hug them or anything like that. Because like that's what it that's what it's supposed to represent. Hang on, I've just realised something. Yep, we've got a problem. Yep, that wasn't set to max sec, and we've just got prisoners. Okay. Oh well, they'll have to go somewhere else, won't they? Did we get them? Did it actually bring them in? Did it bring the right ones in? I don't know. It might have done. I might have changed it in time. I don't think the buses were en route. Anyway, Yeah, in visitation, you can see obviously we've got a lot of people here. They're talking through these phones. They don't have any physical contact. Whereas if you've got a proper bench in here or whatever, the visitor tables, then it classes the prisoners as having some sort of like contact, like so they can, like I said, hug, hold hands, things like that. So yeah, whereas we don't have the option in this one, which is why you have a high need for that. So what I'm going to do is just put the extra little bit on the back here so we can put the water boiler in. There we are. Obviously we're starting to get prisoners now. We'll never get these grants done, I don't think, but they found it, the education initiative one. I don't think we'll get it. Look at look, that guy was. Do you see that guy there? I'm going to search prisoner. He was round the back for some reason. Why was he round the back? I wonder if he's had anything thrown over the wall. Oh, apparently not. Oh, I'm just profiling the guy. I'm sure he was round here. Maybe he stashed it or traded it off. Who knows? Who knows? So, putting in the electrical cable, then we need to... What I'm going to do is probably build the entire block, and then I will put all of the cabling as well as water pipes and stuff like that in. But yeah, we need to finish this off. We need to probably put some more things in the staff room, but I guess if we got to this point, it's really okay. We don't need to add any more. I don't think we need to add any more. God, there's a lot of food around there, isn't there? Look at that. There seems to be probably a need for actually more cooks. Just because if the amount of food we're cooking, and we don't have I don't think actually we have, if we've got programs, any... Oh no, we do have kitchen safety. Let's run some more. Look at all the people that really want to do this. They really want to actually work in that. That's pretty good. Go to quick build again, evolve to clone, and we need to start cloning from... Ooh, what I'll do is I'll clone from the top left, just because... I don't know how far we went with the building. I think it was that. And it doesn't matter if we go over because it won't rebuy. Yeah, that's fine. Now, up here, what we'll do, we'll have to change a couple of things. Like, we've got this radiator here. What we might do is block it off and have have a cell here and a cell here. The problem with that is that essentially, in order to get to there... they will have to go through the shower. Because if you can see the design here, the central row is clear, like it's got no shower in it. But these rows, you will have to go up these rows, you will have to go through the shower. Now, that wasn't a problem before because they would just go down into the shower. That was the point in it. But if you actually follow the prisoners, you know, they go down into the shower and then they come back out. There's no other reason to do that. Whereas this one, because it's the opposite way, they will have to go... well, they will want to go through the shower anyway because it's the shortest route and they don't care about going through the shower. But I think if we brick this off, they then definitely have to go through the shower. So not a big fan of that one, but we'll see how it goes. We might change it, we might not. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So just double check on our deployment here, make sure that is... yes, it is definitely set as max sec. That's fine. I'm just going to prioritize this at the back, and then obviously we'll put some water boilers in. A couple of things we haven't got, which I planned for. We haven't got guard towers. We haven't got the... we've got taser rollout. That's fine. We haven't got remote access, which... these doors were going to be remote access, and there's going to be a couple of remote access doors like this one, these front ones here, things like that. We just haven't got them. We just didn't bother going for that one. Looks like we've got someone ODing in here, and he is being taken to the... I was going to say pharmacy, the infirmary. You're going to the infirmary, that's fine. So, let's have a quick look at John Thomas Montgomery. John Thomas... Hang on. Sniffing there, are there? Let's have another sniff. They haven't found anything there. I'll have a search of cell. Might find something. I don't think so. They would have dug that way or... that way, so I think it's fake, but it's close enough for me to worry about it. Nah, there's nothing there. Or at least not been think. So this is our death row guy. This is John Thomas J.T. Montgomery, convicted for 12 counts of first-degree murder, 14 counts of armed theft, 22 counts of piracy, and lots of other stuff as well. Let's actually see if that is the case. No, it's not. It's armed robbery, torture, attempted murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and murder. Prison number 3421441, age 39. Death row appeal failed. He's now on 15% chance. Interesting. Anyway, let me just go to deployment and make sure that is staff only. We need to go utilities and water boiler. When it rotate around, put it in there, run a large pipe along, and then actually we don't need it that far. We just need it that far. And straight across, there we are. Running low on the old cashage, but we are getting a decent amount of, and obviously we're going to get 22 grand in the next intake, so that's fine. Actually, no. Should we do a shakedown? Oh, well, we found 3 or 4 things straight away, so probably. It does shut the prison down, essentially, when you do a shakedown, because nobody's here to open and close the doors, which is always an issue. So, I'm just trying to have a quick look around, see what we haven't done. Oh, we haven't done these solitary bits either. We need to put solitary down the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go to solitary and place them there. Now, that will keep flashing at me and remind me that we need to fix the problem. We also haven't done the walkways down here, which we're not going to build now. Or if we do, if we expand, it will be a loading of this prison in however many weeks' time or whatever, whenever we get to it, if we get to it. I still need to put some walkways around here. I need to put some grass in some gaps as well, and mainly the main issue is the lack of this fencing. I mean, this is a real built on a budget, good enough for government work type thing. Like, we had enough money to go to the end here, at the end of these 2 cell blocks with perimeter wall, but we haven't got a perimeter wall around the rest of it. I mean, ideally we want perimeter wall along there, across here, and up to there. That's the minimum, the bare minimum we really need. I'm going to stop the shakedown because, honestly, we don't have the really guard capacity to deal with it. So there you go. Right, danger level's going down, and it was flying straight up. We're going to go to quick build and to cloning. And we'll clone from the top right this time. And you can see that we're going to go there. And it's paused. That's okay. Then down to there. Then that should be everything in there. That's fine. Yeah, that's 11 grand. And we could potentially... Can we not build? No, we can't. It's just not wide enough. That's a great shame. Great shame. Okay, well, what's the best thing to build from then? It's probably from... I don't know. Don't know what the best thing to build from is. What I do want to do, though, is definitely go and put some metal detectors in, because this currently doesn't have any. And obviously it's important that we do get some metal detectors up and running. Checking the grid's fine. Look, it's running fine. We had to split a couple of things off. You can see we had to make sure these were on this correct grid, and also we had to put some more in because we didn't have the... We failed the test on the electric chair. So we need to do that. So this guy's on 15% chance of clemency. So if he's, if his sentence reduced, then he'll go down. Likelihood of that is, well, 15%, obviously. So we might end up doing another switch pull, which is, as I said, an event. We'll have a quick look at grading, and we can see it's reoffending rate's 18%, so it's gone up a couple of percentage, which is strange because punishment's gone up and reform's gone up. Security has also increased, and health's now not on the minuses, so I don't understand why that is the case. Prison value is 650,000 generic units of currency, daily profit of just under 15,000, capacity 309, obviously that's still in flux, it's going up there. Deaths in custody 8, which is actually... I don't know what the statistics are. What in terms of deaths in custody of a standard prison? Actually, there's no such thing as a standard prison, is there? We're not talking supermax. If I don't know, I'm guessing deaths in custody for a prison in the UK is probably quite low. I would assume, perhaps wrongly. I mean, if it's some sort of Turkish hellhole, then maybe. I really don't know, but, some sort of supermax prison in America with, gangs and stuff like that and whatnot. But then you would assume that the risk is so the amount of guards and stuff would be quite high, and the security would be quite high. Whereas this, we've got a bit of everything. That's why we've got so many deaths. Like the tough guys, they might fight, but they generally don't kill each other so much because they're all tough and things like that. Unless you've got a couple of traits, you understand. But we've got some like low risk prisoners who are like snitches and things like that. Then the gangs come along and just go like, go on and just take them out. So yeah. We have to be wary of that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go down from here, and we just need to put in the rest of these cells. Now, the problem I'll have is that essentially I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. No, I haven't got the centre. Well, that is the case, but I haven't got this centre really planned out. Now, that'll be concrete tiles and concrete tiles. I mean, that's what it is. You see down here. Hang on. Is there a problem here? Yeah, we got a design flaw. Design flaw. Hang on. Cancel that. Cancel that. I thought we had an issue there. Yeah, slightly planned that wrong. It is right. We haven't got the gap. Right, I didn't put the gap in, so it's actually that. Yes, that's better. That is betterer. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We should be read now. We should be read. Okay. Tasers, guards, death, and almost certainly a low-risk prisoner. And oh no, Matt Wilson. Snitch, skilled fighter. Stokel. Dead, being a snitch. Wow. And more violence over here. What the hell is going on? That guy seriously injured. Why are they dead? Another one? Another snitch. Ex-law enforcement. Fisk Frisky Black. So you know the thing I said about high-risk prisoners don't really die that often because they're really tough? Yeah, it's total crap. I think that statement has shown, and it's sort of proven to be inaccurate at best, because we just had 2 deaths and they were both high risk. Yeah. Yep. That's because I didn't check the traits when they came in. And the gang members will probably kill them. Yes. Yeah, well, let's go max speed and we'll finish off this bit here. What I'm going to do is go to rooms and to visitation, and we'll put a visitation across here. There we are. We will do a shakedown tonight. We'll see how that one goes. So, how is... Oh, got another OD going on. Now we found them straight away. Yeah, the thing is when they come in with traits, you don't really know what the deal is with them. Like you'll have to check them manually every single time. So that's always a bit of an issue. It's a shame that there's no automatic assignment of that. Like in your policy. So instead of incident, you would have certain policy sets for prisoners entering, for example. So do you search them, yes or no? Do you categorize them manually, yes or no? And you could set it so, if they've got this, so you would have a list saying, if it's got this trait, what would you assign them to? That sort of thing. So it would say trait, snitch, then assignment. You could set it to say, you could suit max if you really wanted to, or whatever, but you would probably put it as things like protective custody. And then you could either set protective custody itself with its own regime, like that, or you could do the manual one, which I do, and just give them permanent punishments, because that seems to be the best way to go. Do a shakedown, and finish this one off. So yeah, that'll be Prison Architect 3.0. It'd be nice to see that, but a lot of the changes that people and myself have mentioned are more sort of really big overhauls. Like that would be a Prison Architect 2 sort of thing. Many, many, many years into the future, one would assume, if at all. Because I think the next couple of introversion games, well, the next one is Scanner Sombra, which is like you have like a LiDAR thing, I think, in a cave, and you sort of scan around and you find things. It's a bit of an exploration game, bit of a I don't know if you would call it a horror game, but it's one of those like walking exploration-y type games, which was interesting when I saw it. And the other one was Wrongwire. And that one looked really cool. It's essentially like a bomb defusal type thing, and you would have it probably simulated like voltages and amperage and things like that, and resistances across certain circuits and components and whatnot. And you had different like LEDs and diodes and capacitors. You would have to like switch out with proper crocodile clips and snipping the wires and going into the sequence of the chip and reading what's in and out and stuff like that. So it's essentially like that bomb defusal game that I can't even remember the name of now. What's it called? Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That mixed with probably like, I think it's called Shinzen, which is like a weird programming game, and TIS 100, because you would like do all the programming and stuff like that. So it's just a really interesting idea. I really wish they'd done that one instead of Scan of Sombre, but I'll be playing both, I'm sure. Assuming they both come out, but I'll be trying them. Anyway, doing the shakedown. We still haven't searched a lawless area, but you know what, I'm going to turn it off because it's free time now. It's 9 o'clock. It's just breaking the entire prison. So we'll just pause it for a moment while we got 46 grand. Is that because this has been... No, it's still correct. So what we'll do, we'll go to utilities and we'll go to water pipes, and we'll run water pipes across and around and down and all that sort of thing. And because I had an issue last time, what we might do is we'll do that, and then we'll run a big water pipe like that straight across. Okay, so that is definitely watered up. Hot water, similar deal, but it's actually a lot simpler because it is that. There you go. And there's that piping. Don't know why we've got so much money. I mean, I know we've just received several prisoners. I'm guessing also we are receiving another death row inmate. We're starting to receive a lot more death row now. This is because we've... I'm going to have to get some more guards here because we just don't have enough. We'll get up to, I think, 70 guards will be fine. We do need to bring some more armed guards in, but for that we need more guard lockers, which I'll put in here, like that. While we're on in visitation, we'll put some visitor booths in. There you go. That didn't take too long. And solitary door. With all of the money that I have. There you go. And there's a lot of things missed out that are now done. So yes, we're going to get another death row. You can notice that the death row is going up. The amount of death row we are getting. So we've had... how many have we... Oh, more fighting in here for some reason. Volatile. We've had... How many death row? Well, we've pulled the switch on one. Two have had their sentence reduced. So I think that is... Yeah, that's your 3. I think that's it. So we are receiving more now that we've got the higher risk prisoners open. You can see there's a lot of high risk. In terms of capacity, what we've got a total of 108 high risk. We've got 97 normal risk and 112 low risk. There you go. 6 protective custody and 1 death row. So I'm just going to go to intelligence and informants and just have a quick look around. There's a snitch and ex-law enforcement. So that guy's on lockdown permanent. Yes, for some reason is not actually in lockdown. So thanks for that game. It likes doing that. Just having a quick check to see if I can spot anyone with traits I should really be aware of. It would be nice to have like a higher bloke. Oh, you reckon the chief would be able to do it? Would be able to categorize them and sort it out. But again, that'll be a policy thing that we mentioned earlier. Would be a nice change. I'm quickly scanning over essentially 300 plus prisoners, so if I miss a couple out, then you'll have to excuse that. If we go for last 7 days, we can see there's quite a bit of contraband being stolen. Look at that. That's yeah, mobile phone central there, really, isn't it? I mean, you would expect the dormitory to have them, but look at that. It's like Carphone Warehouse in there. That's shocking. Anyway, informants, don't need to worry about that. Gangs, we haven't really checked. Oh, Interesting. So we've got 9 red gang members, 7 green gang members. I'm assuming one of those will be our previous death row inmate as well. I believe he was green. And finally, 7 blue gang members. No lieutenants or leaders yet, as far as I can tell. Doesn't say. Obviously, none of them in low risk. I don't think we've ever seen a low risk. I wonder if you can do that. I mean, I'm sure gangs need, I don't know, some sort of accountant maybe to manage funds. I don't think that is the case, but you would assume there might be a low risk guy, like a low level guy that may be in a gang and stuff. I don't know. You just got mixed up in the wrong crowd. Who knows? Anyway, why are those doors simply not ordered or not complete? No, the doors are ordered. They're just not on there yet. So I just need to check a couple of things because we haven't in the last couple of episodes. Prison labour. People are assigned maximum to everything that they can be. Yes, that's fine. We need to go to programs. We need to scroll right down. I need to go to guard taser certification. And we need to... There's more fighting going on around here. Yeah, he's been taken down. We could start another spiritual guidance because of the amount of people we've got in here, so it's good to do that. Death row appeal is on the go. Workshop safety, obviously a lot of people want to do that. Behavioural therapy really would be nice to get on with that one, but I don't think it's going to happen. We've got 4 people doing the general education qualification, and it is half past. That's interesting. It would be nice to actually see that done, but we'll see how it goes. We've got 31 grand. That's more than enough, I think, to start getting guard towers. And that'll be fine. So this is built. This isn't built, but they are getting there. We'll go to utilities and electrical cable, and we will run an electrical cable like so, and that should be able to power up the entire area. Just need to check our deployment, make sure that's definitely staff only. Yes, it is. These are all fine. These are fine. This is fine. Access only. That's good. And yeah, that's fine. And apparently people have taken drills. I don't know how they would get drills in this. It's a bit of a weird one because you can only get drills, as far as I'm aware, in the game when you're escaping yourself if you have a workshop, whereas if you're just playing the game like this when you're building, they can be thrown in or brought in. So the escape mode actually doesn't like deal with that because it misses out things like trading and stuff like that. It's just not as expansive as perhaps it would. Perhaps maybe we would like. But you know, it is a bonus feature after all. That isn't the sole for it's not really the focus of the game, is it? So currently sleep time. We will not do a shakedown because I think this needs to take priority, the building. I've got enough money, I believe, to do the perimeter wall. So from here we can go along, and then we can go up to there. Now I'm going to go just to there, just to this part there. And we'll do this side as well, up to there. And that's really as far as we need to go with the perimeter wall for this side. We need to do the other side as well. We're going to get full grand in just under 5 hours. Now the statement is accurate. And then we will get... we need to remove weight benches. Well, we've done it, but we need to put them back in a bit. We need to... Why is that guy... How is he just there? Why? He sentenced for 5 years for rape, and he's playing pool at 4:15 in the morning. Why is he not in his cell? I have no answers to that, I'm afraid. No answers. And that isn't connected up for some reason. Why on earth they just decided not to place that? I do not know. But whatever. Deployment, guard patrols. So guard patrols are... Ooh, they're going to be probably a bit different. Actually, no, they won't be different. They'll be fine. They'll be the same. There'll be that. There'll be that. Down to there. We'll assign one. Same here. Up, across, down. Job done. Armed patrols will be around the centre. Don't know how far it goes up. I'm actually going to purposely not go as far because if we do go all the way down to here, anyone walking past to go to the chapel might see the armed guard and then get a suppression effect, which is not something we really want. We want the suppression effect to be only on the high risk prisoners if we can manage it. We've got 66 prisoners suppressed and compliant. That could be because of the warden. Remember, the warden does give a global effect there. We had 200 prisoners with serious complaints. I'm guessing it was the shower. And actually, there's not enough showers for people. Oh no, looks like there is. That's probably just the right amount of showers for this. You can see everybody was using it. I think there was 1 or 2 people sitting around, but that's all it was. It wasn't any big problem, so that's fine. These have got things I need on. We haven't got a deployment in here, which is, yes, something I totally forgot. I will resolverate that by putting this in. Obviously, I didn't do this in the last episode. I just completely forgot about it. There and there. Like that. And then we've got that. So it's 1, 2 dogs. There we are. Okay, so now we've got good stuff there. Deployment, dogs. Yep, we definitely got dogs at the top there. You can see we have got dogs all patrolling around here, but we just don't have enough kennels. Oh, actually, no, we just don't have enough dogs. We've got enough. Hire 1 armed guard, 2 armed guards. We just don't have enough dog handlers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be fine. Remember, the dogs need a break and the guards take a break as well, so you get like double one there. Simon Rowe's turned up. Hi, Simon Rowe. Where are you, Simon Rowe? I don't know, but it looks like Montgomery is in the parole room again. So he's having a chat with the appeals magistrate. There's another death, and that is Paul Fletcher, strong snitch ex-law enforcement, protective custody, permanent lockdown, yet he's out of his cell visiting someone and has been killed. Oh well, I literally did everything possible within my power to stop that. So, I just don't feel bad. Right, Montgomery. John Thomas. Let's see what he's going to do. He might kick off. This guard's pissed off, but he'll be even more pissed off if Montgomery starts fighting. Because I don't think... Well, he's got a 15% chance of essentially not being killed now. Actually, no, it might be a little bit higher than that, because that might go down to 8% or something like that. If it halves... If it halves, then... Nope, 7%. Close enough. So yeah, his appeal was not accepted. There's Rowe. There he is, Simon Rowe. Murder, aggravated assault, grievous bodily harm, rape, attempted murder, grievous bodily harm, murder, armed robbery. He's got no recent misconduct, and he's a gang member. From the what gang? Green again. A lot of green. A lot of green gang members. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, the perimeter wall is placed around here, which is very, very good. She's got a $3,000 early release, which is fantastic. Materials, and we will spend a lot of money on that. $7,000, in fact, just for that little stretch. And that's for that bit. So, more deaths. What the hell's going on here? Why are they beating that guy up constantly? Oh, he's a cop killer. Well, did you see that? This guy died, this snitching ex-law enforcement, Dick Donk, and Alexander Scott, strong cop killer and skilled fighter, was subdued, knocked unconscious, and someone was taking him elsewhere. And as he was getting taken to wherever, which I'm guessing would be either the infirmary or the solitary, there was another guard beating him on the head and actually killed him. So, you know, because cop killers, the guards do not like it, and they will continue. I mean, I could have stopped it. I could have clicked on him trying to move him, but I didn't know which guard it was, and then by the time it was too late. Yeah, very, very aggressive prison, this. Very, very violent. I mean, we've had how many now? Starting around... Doesn't tell us there. It'll be in grading. We've had a total of 21 prisoners escape and 13 deaths in custody. Wow. It's, quite a few, isn't it? So, we are pretty much done with this prison, I think. I've got... That was the guard towers. Yeah, it would have been the guard towers, wouldn't it? Yeah, guard towers. There's a couple of things that I haven't done. I haven't got the walkways in here. I haven't got the grass placed around this area, not that I need to. I haven't finished off the perimeter wall, but I'm hopefully going to do that in a moment as I'm just waiting for the money to roll in. In fact, I can go to perimeter wall and do this side now up to there. There we are. So, quick little rundown of exactly what we did and overall thoughts on the facility. After the warden calls us and tells us it's okay to probably finish off and putting the things in. I've just received word that the prisoners are unhappy with how much time they have to work during the day and are planning to cause trouble if it isn't reduced. Guard overhead someone say if they had to work more than 2 hours a day they were going to tear this place apart. Reduce work to 2 hours a day. Or less. Well, I've got work-free time across the entire board. No! Balls to you! I've spent the last, 15 episodes or so building this thing. Managing it. Looking after things. I'm not having terms dictated by the prisoners. Balls to it. Right, let's just see what happens then. Because I don't know what's going to happen when that timer runs out. If we even get to that. So, first thing we did, we planned off a thing around the outside, the big perimeter wall with the double wall. We decided early on that we were going to go for 3 cell blocks on the top and 3 on the bottom, and they would have low, medium, and high risk in them. We were also going to do a death row facility, which I said originally but didn't plan off, but then we managed to get. And in the centre, we were going to have things like the visitation and all of the guard stuff and things like that. And there's the mayor calling, and we should be able to put the weights benches back in. Yes, we can. So we'll just put in yard. 1 yard and 2 yards. I didn't actually notice whether they used them or not. I didn't notice. So yeah, we then pretty much started work, and we built the centre bit first with the power block and things like that. We went for the dormitories early on, and that were the first prisoners we got. We got dormitories and got the prisoners in there, and then we managed to do things like the infirmary and the laundry and stuff like that, and expanded over here. We then early on decided to go for the protective custody and solitary as well. It was quite some time until we got the parole, the school desks and stuff in the classroom put in, as well as the chapel. It took us quite a while to get on to doing that, but we did get there. I haven't done the shakedown, which I really wanted to do on the night, but alas. So yeah, it did take us quite some time, but we managed to get there in the end. We then ended up going for the medium risk and then obviously moving over to the high risk. While doing that, we obviously worked on the kitchen, expanded that, as well as over here. Had a couple of issues with certain prisoners. We had an escape, we had some violence, we had a fire, we had the walls subsiding twice around this area, and we've had flick of the switch in execution, and we've got 2 more people in death row. So in terms of what this prison can do and how successful it is, I think it's quite good. I'd give it a solid sort of, I'd say 8 out of 10, I think. I mean, it's not really for me to rate my own facility, but, you know, I think it's okay. I think it's better than okay. It's got, well, statistically, semi-decent reoffending rate, 18%, I don't think it's too bad. Good value. Making profit, very good capacity, 320 for a medium map as well, you have to understand. Death in custody 13, which is quite bad, but it's low considering how long the prisoners have been in here, how many we have, and the mix of prisoners. Escape is the worst part of the entire thing, I think. 21 prisoners, that's bad. The only consolation is that I did, I think, everything in my power to stop it, because I was searching all of the time and things like that, and we also were doing searches and had dogs and stuff like that. It was just, yeah, didn't happen. Paroled early, we are doing that. We've got punishment is quite high, reform is going down, which is a shame. Security is going up and health is middling as well. But obviously those will change based on the type of prisoners we have. There's some more violence there, fearless. But yeah, overall, I think it's quite good. We are, you know, the security is quite high. We've got metal detectors, we've got dogs, we've got suppression effects on the people here. Remember, we've got events on, we've got guard needs and staff needs. We've got a mix of prisoners all the way from protective custody up to death row. The only thing I wish we had was Supermax. And if we expanded it, we would have that. We would expand it. We would have Supermax. We would have probably... We're not going to be able to do this wall in one go, are we? We would have Supermax. We would have a workshop. Probably maybe additional canteen, although I think we're about right. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So let's just have a quick look at the programs. General education qualification, it's going to take a while. I was going to see if we could get it done by the end of this episode, but it's going to take at least a couple more in-game days, at least. So it's not going to do that. And same for the prisoner demand less work thing, because it's just not going to happen. It's just going to take far too long. We are finishing this perimeter wall, which I'm happy about. I mean, I can't just leave this perimeter wall unfinished. We'll call it there once the perimeter wall's done. We haven't got the... What's that guy doing all the way around the back? Search prisoner. I wonder what you're doing all the way around the back, mate. I wonder indeed. We're getting another death row as well. You notice that? Look, we're getting another death row. So we'll have 3 death row in total, which is interesting. What I want to do is actually go to deployment and put a guard in the chapel, because they always seem to fight in there, and I just haven't done it, and I don't know why. Don't know why. Haven't done anything around here, but honestly, the amount of people that congregate around it, I think it's fine, because it's like the main entranceway, and they always go back to the phone booths, and it's like a lot of walking around here, so putting something around there might not really be that advantageous. But overall, I'm happy with the facility. I think it works. We've got pretty much everything I could. The only way I could fit more in is if we did a larger map, if we had female prisoners, and that would have family cells as well as all of the rest of it, so gang members, death row, things like that. We would also have to do workshop as well as a forestry, and that would be everything in the game. That would be a full 100%, I think, completionist run. In terms of building, you understand. I mean, not for the grants, because I just don't know if that's possible. Because you would have, what, in total? 500 plus prisoners? Something like that. Grants. There's one more hidden grant. I don't know what it would be. Although there was supposed to be a bit of a bug in the game where it always showed an extra grant that you hadn't done. And I don't know whether that was fixed. But yeah, I'm overall, I'm happy with what we've managed to do here. I think it's quite good. We are finding a lot of items, aren't we? It actually looks really nice at night as well, which is good. Just finishing off this wall here, another 5 grand to put the perimeter wall in. And there we go. That's it, the last bit ordered. So, that is our update 11 prison. I think I'm very happy with that. I think it's quite good. We're going to be leaving it there for a little bit of time with Prison Architect. I am open to suggestions, whether you want to see a violence one where we make a kick off and it ball burn down, and an escape. I'm pretty much against the escape because, I'll be honest, it's a bit boring these days. Like, you can either tunnel out, which we really need to. We'll just end up getting spoons and tunneling out, or we'll blitz out. It's just the same old stuff, and it's not expanded enough really. So I don't think we'll do that one. But we might do one where we try to burn it down and stuff. But I'm open for suggestions. Other than that, we'll be moving on to something else. If we do expand, it will be in a bit. I think we'll give this a bit of a break for now because we've had quite a while building it. So there you go. Not bad. Let me know what you think. Let me know what feedback, all that sort of thing, whether or not you want to expand in a future time or what sort of things you would like to see. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.